Happy Monday, guys. It's one day post the Miami Grand Prix weekend. We actually had 2 out of 3 of us went to the race. We had Delaney. Delaney had you did a general admission, right? Is that what you did? So we had Delaney doing general admission. She had some fun little things going around. She took a lot of pictures. I think she had like 4,000 pictures. Then we had Katie in the paddock for Ferrari. Yes, there's one of the pictures right there. She took that. Delaney took that. And then we had Katie in the Ferrari paddock. So we have 2 very different and both very fun experiences. So let's talk about it. Well, let's go through Friday first for you guys. Whoever wants to start?
I might start with my Thursday because I did something Thursday night.
Yes. Oh, yeah, true.
It was a very delicate balance of getting there. I'll tell you that. I had my boyfriend's graduation in the morning, and I literally went straight from there to the airport. I watched him walk, and I walked out because I had to. My friend took me to the airport, and I sat there for a while, met some McLaren fans. I then got there, and I waited for Kelsey to come pick me up. And we were supposed to go to the Williams fan zone, but the airport did not let us do that.
So. No, and a very important thing that she left out is the fact that she met me at the airport.
Yeah, why would you leave that?
No, you're so right. I just
had met at the airport.
No, the whole time I'm sitting there and Katie's like texting me and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm coming towards you, like oh my gosh." So I keep turning around and I'm like, every like 2 seconds I'm like looking for her to come out the door. And the second I go to post a TikTok, I'm being like mauled from behind by Katie. I'm like scared.
I walked out the doors and I immediately in front of me I see somebody standing there in the like land of Jersey and I was like, that's nobody other than Delaney. Like that's her. And so I literally like I run across this street and I just attacked her.
And we were just sitting there hugging.
I was like, so excited. I was just
and then Katie's dad in the back was just like
yeah, it was so sweet though. We got in the car and he's like, you would have thought that you guys have been like friends for your entire life and hadn't seen each other in 25 years. Like that was that dramatic. And I was like,
and then we FaceTime Gabbie and
we did.
Yeah.
It was we really don't allow FOMO. We had to include
FOMO
her.
Does not exist in this group.
We had to incluid her. So we met for like 2 seconds and then we were immediately like, we have to FaceTime Gabbie.
I like took pictures.
Oh, she did
to prove it. So
yeah, it was proven. And then I watched Katie get chauffeured away. Bouge.
It was an Uber. It was an Uber. Let's not act like I got into like the back of a limo. It was an Uber. Okay,
dude.
It was a black expedition Uber, okay? It really
but it was bougie, okay? And then I'm sitting there, like, waiting for Kelsey.
We got in the car, and my dad was like, I feel really bad leaving her. Like, where is her ride?
The people next to me kept asking if I was okay, and I was like, guys, I'm fine.
What?
I was like, Dad, I promise, Kelsey's on the way. Like, she's not stranded.
She was literally, like, in the airport. It just kept taking her to, like, departures instead of arrivals. So
that's me whenever I'm at the airport. I cannot drive in an airport. I cannot navigate those things for the life of me.
And then it took us like 30 minutes to get to the Airbnb. It was low-key in the hood, but we lived.
Period.
We were supposed to go to the Williams fan event. I had this really cute outfit picked out and
I'm
just taking time. Livid. Yeah, and like
I'm livid. I went because I was like, I want to go, but I wanted to go before Alex Albon got there because I knew they were going to close the store. And so we got there at like 5 and they had already closed the store. And I was like, what the hell is going on right now? And we like walk up and they're like, yeah, you can't go inside. Like Jensen Button's literally about to be here. And we're like,
it's like they didn't
you never said anything about this.
Yeah, what?
Huh?
I got a notification about it literally when he walked on stage.
I pulled it up afterwards because I was like, what the hell? And then you turn around and there's a line wrapping around like the half of the shopping center of people lined up to meet Jensen Button. And so we're like, okay, let's see how bad the line is. Maybe we'll just like see Jensen for a minute. We go to the end of the line and this lady looks at us and she's like, you guys are just not going to get in. Like if you get in line, like you're not going to get in. She's like, they told me to cut it off like 15 people ago. You're not going to get in. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And so we left the Williams fan zone without a Williams. All I wanted was a Williams t-shirt. All I wanted.
Right.
But
I
no,
wanted
it's
to go,
fine.
but Katie was
It's
like,
fine.
down here. And like we were doing the F1 Academy premiere that night, so we had to get ready for that, which took forever anyways. So that was I think it was in South Beach or something. But trying to think. Yeah, we got ready for that, and then we took an Uber Java down there, and took forever. Took forever to get down there, and the line to get in was literally so long. But I saw my favorite podcaster there. Shout out to Tiggy. And I wanted to meet her because I saw her through the glass as I was getting my wristband. And the second I walked in, she just dissipated. She just didn't exist anymore. Um, they had a really cute like photo shoot thing to like the left where you could like get it with like the F1 like Academy poster behind you. So we like took one of those. They had free ice cream.
Oh,
I know it
okay.
was passion fruit. It was really good.
Oh, passion.
Iconic.
Passion
Wow.
fruit.
That sounds so good.
Yum.
They had like an F1 Academy like racing suit, and they had like these two things like playing like videos and stuff, and it was like really artsy.
That's cool.
And then I walked by Jessica Hawkins like twice. If y'all don't know, she's like with Aston Martin. She's a goat.
Mm-hmm.
The goat.
I literally saw her like 5 times this weekend. I don't know how I managed that. But I finally got a picture with her, but we like went and sat down. Naomi Schiff walks in, and she's like the presenter, and I was like, oh my gosh, Naomi.
I literally love her so much.
I know. And then the goat of all goats walks in, Susie Wolf. And Reese Witherspoon, which I had no idea that it was.
That's so random. I feel like
I didn't know it was her until afterwards. I thought it was just a random blonde lady, so I didn't hear them. I didn't hear them say.
Thought it was just some woman.
Yeah, it was right back Reese Witherspoon.
I didn't hear them say that it was Reese Witherspoon, so I was like, who's this random lady? And I couldn't see well enough with my contacts, and so they basically like went up there and like talked about like the film and stuff. And then they showed the episode, and they were like, no phones. And there was like security going around, like taking people's phones and stuff. It was great.
Dang.
But like it's valid because it was like a preview.
Yeah.
But I will say it's really good.
I'm so excited to watch it.
I'm so hyped.
If y'all don't go and watch it when it comes out, you're fake. So
yep.
It might be better than Drive to Survive.
Oh.
In my opinion.
All right.
I'm trying to think. We saw a bunch of the F1 Academy drivers. She like told a bunch of them to stand up, and I saw Tina Hausman's bun from like 500 feet away. I saw that
dang bun. She's all. It's like
what's funny? Before this, when I was scrolling on TikTok, I saw a Tina Hausman TikTok where she was doing her iconic hairstyle. It's literally her. She just brushes her hair and then puts it in a bun.
I literally saw her stand up, and I was like, I see that bun from all the way over here.
Oh, I love her
bun. She's always in that bun, and you know what? I respect it.
God, I love her so much. It's so iconic.
So I love her.
Abby Pulling was there.
Oh my
God. I know.
Talk about an icon.
And then afterwards, they had like a panel of like people talking. There's like some marketing people. I'm trying to think.
Was Lizzie McIntosh there, or was that the other day?
I think she might have been in the VIP section in the front.
Because I thought she was on a panel.
She was on the female quotient event.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah.
But then they had this singer from Puerto Rico come out. I had no idea who it was, Young Miko, but people were like absolutely losing their mind over her. Like literally, it sounded like a One Direction concert. Like it was insane.
Was she good?
Yeah, she was good, but we didn't stay the whole time because
it
was just kind of like we were like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
And then when we walked out, we were standing there talking, waiting for our Uber. And Leah Block walks out and is just like walking past us. We're like, oh my gosh, hi, Queen. And she was like, did y'all like the show? Like, it was so good. And we were like, yeah. So we just had like a casual conversation with like Leah Block on the way out.
Oh my gosh. She
love her. Sweet. I love her.
I think after that, we just went home. But yeah, that was my Thursday.
Did you do anything on Thursday, Katie?
No, I went to the Williams fan zone, couldn't get in, and then I went to the Mercedes fan zone, and it was completely dead. And so that was my Thursday. The Mercedes
Nice.
fan zone was sad.
Really?
Yeah. They had like 2 sims, and they didn't even have like a model car.
That's
It
so
was
lame.
really depressing,
That's
You
weird.
probably had one.
but it's fine.
Hmm.
And then you know what they had? They had the WhatsApp like car for the seat like thing.
Oh yeah.
They had like the little WhatsApp car that's like
That's
the
cute.
promo for the seat. But I didn't know what it was, and it looked kind of stupid, and so I was just But yeah, my Thursday was really boring. I did not do much.
Yeah. Well, we had Friday then. What'd you guys do
Yeah.
for Friday? Because that was obviously practice and sprint shootouts.
Yeah.
Actually,
That
it was
was
track.
the female quotient event that I went
Mhm.
to in the morning. I wish we could have stayed the whole time because it was like really interesting, but we had to get to the track. But we were kind of underdressed, but we couldn't pack clothes because like you're limited on your bag. So it's like we didn't have a car, so
Yeah.
there was a lot of bougie people there. I feel like they had like free food and stuff. It was like female quotient in collaboration with like F1 Academy. Trying to think. It was like on this really bougie restaurant on the water. It was like gorgeous. Like
Really.
it was literally gorgeous. I have so many pictures of it. It was so pretty. Lissy McIntosh was there, but she went like after we left.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of the goat, I met Susie Wolf.
She met him. She met her.
Yep, I did. I felt the aura from like miles away. We walked right past her and I turned around and I said, Susie? Because we thought that she was going because we were standing next to her chauffeur and they had her outfit like sitting like in the car and we are like, so she was there. We talked to her for a little bit. Really nice. So sweet. She's so little. I didn't realize how like she's short.
How tall is she?
She's little.
5 foot. Like she's tiny.
What?
Like 5'1".
She's small.
She's tiny. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting her to be 5 foot tall.
And her accent.
She has like tall girl energy because she's so
Powerful.
boss girl.
I
She's
know.
like to be tall.
Dog. She won't get up. My mom was trying to take her out and she was just laying there.
Mom appearance.
I know.
Delaney's mom appearance.
Delaney's mom appearance. I'm trying to think. That event was really cool. I wish I could have stayed the whole time because they had like a panel. I think there was a girl that does marketing for like American Express, and there's a girl from Female Quotient, and then there was someone from that does the relations between like HP and Scuderia Ferrari, and then there was the Elemis girl, and she was talking about like their collaboration with like Aston Martin. So
That's so
I
cool.
I wish I could have like stayed and talked to them after, but like
Yeah.
we had to get to the track for practice.
Yeah.
I watched practice from a few different spots because we were kind of like there late. I watched a little bit from just like this random straight and just like took pictures, and then we walked to I think it was turn 3. There's a little like gap in the fencing, so we were taking pictures there. And then me and Kelsey like walked up into the stadium and took pictures. And then I met Miss Girl again. We met up in the F1 Academy paddock. They had like a little driver signing, so I met a few of the F1 Academy drivers. I got to meet Dorianne.
I'm so pissed I missed her.
I got to meet Dorianne, and she's so sweet.
I'm so mad.
Take a picture. I left all my driver's cards though, so I have to get them from Kelsey somehow. But we did like the driver signing, and then me and Katie were like, "Oh my gosh, let's go film some content."
Yeah.
Hello. So we met up in the F1 Academy paddock, and we're like chatting around. Saw Maya. Is it Maya Vogue?
Yeah, we met Maya. I met Maya. She was so nice. God, I love that woman. Holy cow. I caught her as she was like going back into her part of the garage, and she was just standing at this fence like talking to this little kid. She was like literally the nicest.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love her.
So sweet. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
We filmed our content.
And we went up into the stadium and we're just people watching.
We went up into the stadium. We got us a frozen lemonade, and we sat.
This thing was like this big.
It was huge.
Frozen lemonade. It was huge.
It was huge. And we're just sitting in the like Hard Rock stadium.
Is it good?
It was good. It was just really sweet.
Insane.
Yeah.
I got like a.
You got like frozen.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it really hit the spot because it was just ice, and I needed it. I was so hot. And we just sat there, and like next to us was like Riley, Camille, Noah, and everybody, and you just see them like filming TikToks as we're sitting here like drinking frozen lemonade.
We're just like
we're just chilling, and they're filming their little TikToks over in the corner and taking pictures of each other.
Oh my god!
Behind the scenes of that.
No, and I saw Noah post those pictures, and I was immediately like, we were there.
I saw that.
We were actually right by you guys.
We witnessed this actually.
Dude, shout out to Noah, Riley. Who else?
Noah, Riley,
Camille.
Speed and Styled. I don't know your name. I'm so sorry, but I really like you.
Yeah, what is her name? I don't never even see her name. I always see the Speed and Style thing. Well, whatever your name is.
Camille was there. I don't know who else was there. Oh, Jess was there.
Oh yeah.
Jess was there because Kelsey left us to go talk to Jess.
Yeah, because she like kind of knows her. And
Oh,
then
that's cool.
we had to like walk back to their spot for, was it sprint qualifying?
Sprint qualifying. Oh no, this was for the F1 Academy race.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. I
First
watched that in
one-
the stadium too.
We walked back because I was in the grandstand for Friday. I was in the start-finish one, which, being completely honest, as a person who witnessed the grandstand and the paddock, you get the same view from both. Like,
oh, really?
the view of the cars from the main grandstand is so good. Like,
I was jealous.
it's just as good as the paddock view is. You just don't get like the pit lane, which is fine. But it's
That's where I
really,
sat
really
for a day
great.
in Vegas, the start and finish grandstand, and it was a
It's
great view.
so great. It's
Mhm.
so great. Especially in
like the
Miami, you're
visibility is really
so
good.
close. Like,
Yeah.
you're really, really close. It
That's
was
so
really, really
cool.
good.
Yeah, the visibility is really good, I feel like.
It was
from-
amazing. Yeah.
And then, yeah.
After that was sprint qualifying.
Mhm.
Nothing really crazy happened.
Yeah, apparently Layla, name drop. She said that
Shout out to Layla.
she said that
Shout
she
out
saw
our girl.
me on F1 TV, and I have yet to find myself. So if anyone,
I was
sees
watching
this-
the F1 TV. Actually, you know what? I was watching with my parents, and I had to watch on the TV, which doesn't have F1 TV. So I was
Oh.
watching on stupid ESPN. I hate
No.
watching ESPN, bro. It's the worst thing ever because it
With the
always cuts the end
comments.
off. I never watch the interviews. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. It's
plus, I
terrible.
would have seen you if I was actually watching on
Layla
F1.
texted me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I just saw you on the TV.
That's crazy.
I'm
What?
still looking for myself."
I'll let you know when I find me,
Where's
okay?
I like go scoured like the footage of Sprint Shootout.
I was like on the top of the stadium, so
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was like overlooking almost like the back. I could see the back straight, but I was seeing this like in front of me, and there's like a little curve that had like palm trees and stuff. So cute.
Mm.
Yeah, I watched
Sprint
that-
qualifying, I think I was the most obnoxious person in the grandstands. I
I was being so
nobody could shut me up. I was on the verge of tears, screaming. I was freaking out. Like, you guys, I was losing it in this grandstand.
crowd me in, and I literally posted up with my camera with my elbows out like this far.
I was
Because people kept trying to crowd me in.
flipping.
I was like, if you crowd me in while I'm trying to take pictures, it's on.
Absolutely not. And it was really, really cute because there was this family in front of us that were like Mercedes fans. That was like this dad and two little kids, all in Mercedes gear. And just watching their faces at the end of sprint qualifying was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like,
Never.
you guys, stop.
It was a good like sprint quali though. Like there was a lot of like impeding and stuff, and I feel like there
was
wasn't really
good.
any given.
It
Like,
was really, really good. Yeah.
after that, I had to take like the fattest sit because I was like my feet were killing me.
My feet actually didn't hurt that bad. Shocking.
Oh, you had seats.
This is true.
Stand.
This is true,
I was-
but I did stand for
Well, I was
most of the
standing for like
sessions.
10 hours straight.
Oh Lord.
And then the adventure began of trying to get an Uber. We walked all the way to Walmart, couldn't get an Uber, so we walked like a mile more to like Wawa and waited for like 45 minutes at Wawa.
Is Wawa a gas station?
Yeah, we waited for like
I've seen
45 minutes for the price to drop of the Ubers.
How much was it?
$50.
Yeah, ours was expensive. We waited 30 extra minutes at the race. So like sprint qualifying finished. We sat there for an extra like 45 minutes, hoping that things would kind of die down. And then we left, called an Uber, and as we're walking over, traffic is absolutely horrible. So we texted the Uber and we're like, hey, we're just gonna walk to this like random street that like has less traffic. And we'll just meet you there because you're already coming that way. And he was like, okay, cool. And so it was actually like a decent experience because we just like hiked to this random road to meet this Uber.
Oh, my feet were killing me. Like we probably walked an extra
it was
2
bad.
miles.
It was bad. Like getting out was horrendous.
In my on Friday, like the traffic, because it was not moving like at all.
It was horrible.
Really?
It took us
Saturday and
almost
Sunday?
an hour and a half to get to the track on Friday.
Was it worse on Saturday or Sunday, or was it worse on Friday?
Sunday was literally not bad at all.
What?
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
I mean, I can't say too much, but Saturday, like, it was harder to get through to get to the track than it was on Sunday.
What'd you guys do after? Didn't you do something, Ricky? After on Friday?
Oh, I did. Hey,
Aston Martin, right?
Yeah. So me and Kelsey. Okay. Anyways, Aston Martin did this secret party with this headliner act, which was this DJ named Dom Dollar. Dom Dollar.
I love him so much.
Girl, I didn't even know who he was until I got there. I didn't know what was happening. But Kelsey like signed up to like win tickets or win invites to this like secret party or whatever.
That's crazy.
And we got them, obviously. So we're like tweaking. We're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Going to this bougie party, which we thought it was bougie. That's what the thought was. It wasn't, but it's okay. It was still fun. So we actually, we were gonna go to this SS magazine event that we had gotten tickets for, and it was gonna be really cool, but we literally couldn't make it back in time because of our Uber.
Really?
So we got home, very quickly got changed. My hair looked so ugly. It went a ponytail. Trying to think. Yeah, and then we Ubered there, and there was like a line outside to get in. It took us 30 minutes to get into the event. To like even be let into the event. Like we're waiting outside on the street in heels after standing all day. Like I was literally about to lose my mind.
Oh my god.
And you could like hear the DJ start playing, and it was so loud, like my chest was like rattling, bro. I was like
that's so funny.
And obviously I've never been to a club or anything, and I was like, what am I getting myself into right now? So we finally get in. We get like these cool wristbands. I literally just cut it off a few minutes ago, but we got like cool wristbands. We got free Aston Martin hats. Free Aston Martin hats. And then we have to go get our bag searched, which is fine. It was clear, by the way. And then you walk in, and of course it's like the green vibe. They got like green lights and like smoke and stuff, and they have a model car sitting, and it's literally so cool. And on the side they have like mechanic helmets like hanging, and they have like the Miami track like lit up in like string lights. I'm trying to think. There was something else on this wall. I think it was like a logo, but it was really cool. Like they had like a model car of like Lance's car, which is really cool. And then there was like a curtain, and when you walked through the curtain, then it was like the people and like Dom Dollar.
Oh my gosh.
They had
Yes,
these
this one
cool
too.
like vintage TVs on the left side. One of them had a camera in it that gave you like night vision. So the TV had like a camera in it and it made you look like really cool. And the other
What?
TVs had like Dom Dollar written on, like displayed on them.
That's so weird.
And I walked in and it was literally so loud and it was full of like 50-year-old men doing the frat flick. And I mean that, like 50-year-old men with Botox, like, you know what I mean?
What?
Absolutely.
It was like a completely different crowd than I thought it was gonna be.
That's not
So
what I was expecting at all.
first of all, I'm overstimulated, right?
I saw a few
I'm just
like
sitting there
influencers
like,
there, so I wasn't expecting that.
who? Oh, like Jess and them?
Well, yeah, no, I saw them there, so I was like, I felt like I would have seen like more of that crowd and not.
I thought it was gonna be more people like my age.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, once you go in like to the left and you kind of get out of the way of the crowd a little bit, they had this like separate room that was full of like mirrors, and at the end they had 4 sim racing machines that were really nice. And they had Lance's race suit and Fernando's, and they had a helmet of like each on them, which was really cool, and you could like take pictures with them and stuff.
Mhm.
I was like kind of amazed. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm touching a race suit. Hello. So then we like went back in there and like obviously like Dom Dollar was playing, so I was just kind of standing there like, you know, for the people listening on Spotify, I was just sitting there standing like an awkward person because I didn't know what to do with myself. Um, they also had an outside area with a bunch of like picnic tables and they had like a bar and like food and stuff. But yeah, that was basically it. It was basically like a club.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool though.
it was cool. Like I mean, it was just like different than I was expecting. I think
Yeah.
I would have liked it more if it was a different crowd. I thought it was gonna be like more people my age, but
Yeah,
like
I would have expected that.
some of those old ladies with Botox in there were getting crunk, and I was like, why am I getting torqued on right now? True story. I was like, Kelsey, we gotta go.
Kelsey, we gotta leave.
I looked over.
It's time to go.
I was like, get me out of here, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I know.
Oh, that is so
And
funny.
after that, went home, croaked out.
Absolutely.
Nice. Did you do anything that night, Katie, or no?
No, that night we got home and we went to the different hotel, so we had to switch
Oh yeah.
hotels, and then that was all I did.
Well, now we're on Saturday. This is qualifying, and this is where Katie gets different seats.
This is where Katie's story gets beefy, so I go first because I will sound lackluster compared to hers.
I gotta pull up my picture so I don't miss anything.
No, we have 2 different experiences, okay? But actually it's really interesting because it's like you guys both had totally different experiences, but you both did like I would say a decently equal amount of like things. Because like Delaney went to different events that weren't like just part of like your experience tickets. So I think you like honestly like you kind of like balanced out a little bit. So
yeah,
honestly,
for anyone actually watching this on YouTube, that's like the vibe that I'm talking about. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the party I met Jessica Hawkins.
Yes.
Saturday, I was wearing my Reckless Sundays merch, the white one, which I love, but I also am sad because it's really dirty now because it rained. We got there and I was like,
white tank top in the rain, it's the worst.
Yeah, it has dirt all over it. I looked up and I was like, oh, it's a little cloudy.
A little cloudy.
It doesn't rain. It poured. Yeah, it poured. But you know what? I got some liquid IV. Free liquid IV. That was fire. Tested out some different spots. I wore my free Aston Martin hat. I had to go get a rain poncho because I was getting poured on. And at one point, me and Kelsey kind of like separated because I wanted to take pictures like up in the stadium because I had never seen like this is like a new photo opportunity, right? Because you have cars going around the track with spray in the back. And that's like a whole new thing I'd never photographed before. And she was doing some through a gate that was like had a spot open. But I was like, I want to go up like in the stadium. So I went back where I was Friday I watched the sprint race up there. Which it was a really good spot because there was a screen to my right so I could like hear everything that was happening. I got some really good pictures and some videos of me absolutely tweaking out over that sprint race. Trying to think. I tried to do a mini mic chat in the Hard Rock Stadium, and I was quite literally like screaming into the mic because it was so loud in there. They had like a DJ going, and I literally was like screaming into the mic. This other creator did this like Oscar meetup, and she asked me to go, and it was really fun. I met a lot of like other content creators that I follow on Instagram, which was cool. Like I met Camille, Piper, and Hannah. I'm trying to think if there was anyone else that I like met. I'm sure there was other ones too. But Hannah's the one that met Oscar, if you hadn't seen that MasterCard video. That was really cool. And then we ended up finding that spot where you could see the podium. And we kind of just like stood there and watched a little bit of that. I think we watched qualifying there for the race. Yeah, I got it. Oh, guys, I got the most scrimp popsicle from Liquid IV that had mango chunks in it.
Oh, need that. Need that.
Hashtag need that, dude.
Liquid IV. Need that. That was scrimp. Like, and then you know what I also did? I watched Steve Aoki cake someone in the face twice.
You didn't mention this.
Well, I didn't see it in person. I was watching it through the screen. It was so funny. He was like, "Guys, I got 2 cakes. Who wants to get caked in the face?" It was killing me.
I don't understand how he actually like genuinely never misses.
No, I literally have videos of it, and he was literally like, pew, and it was like, bow, straight.
It's like magic. I'm thoroughly impressed by how he does that.
I'll never get it.
We are on the shuttle back, right? We get up from our seat to leave, and mind you, there's no one in front of us. There's no one in the row in front of us. There was $100 in the seat, and we're like, it's a miracle. We're starving, and we need food. So, you know where we had to go, right?
You know where we had to go.
You know. Chili's.
Of course.
Dipper at Chili's.
So we get 2 triple dippers. We get cheese fries and 2 Cokes.
Oh,
and that money came in clutch.
What a
and
day.
then we went home and slept.
Absolutely iconic, truly.
That's an iconic end of the day, honestly.
Truly.
Yeah. And you think that's interesting? Just wait till what Katie has to say.
Guys, okay, I have to preface mine. I did not go out and spend $10,000 on Paddock passes. My dad works in IT and gets invited to these things by IT companies, okay? This is the first time I've ever gotten to be a +1. So nobody come at me being like, oh my god, rich girl. No, okay? Listen.
Opportunity.
So anyways, I somehow ended up there. I really don't know what happened to me. But we were there with HP because they're obviously like really big with Ferrari now, which I'll never, ever in my life hate on that HP logo on that car ever again in my life. I think it looks great.
I wouldn't either.
So we wake up. My dad had like 3 business sessions that morning with HP, and I got to sleep in, bless. And then we went downstairs. Yeah. We ate some food in like the HP lounge where they had like 2 Sims, and then they had like a Charles and Lewis suit, and then they had 2 Charles helmets. It was really, really cool. It was honestly like a really sick lounge. It was awesome. And we went outside, and they had 4 white like cars with HP Ferrari logos on the side for us to go to the track in. And we were police escorted to the track. So as we're driving down the road, people are rolling down their windows, taking videos of our cars because they think Charles Leclerc is in this fucking car. And it's just me. And I'm like,
you're like, hi.
I'm like, guys, it's just me. We had these 2 people like drive next to us like for 10 minutes, waving their hats out the window at us. I was like, if only you guys knew who was in these cars right now.
No, you should like roll out the window. and be like,
well, the first one on the way there, the guy sitting in front of me rolled down the window, put on his sunglasses, and was like looking cool out the window because we were like, maybe if you look like cool and mysterious, they'll think you're somebody important.
Maybe if I look
that
like
is so true.
So it was funny. It was really interesting because it literally like took us 35 minutes to get to the track. It was crazy. It was insane.
The traffic right there.
Bless those 3 police officers that got us there because
How long would have been originally?
it would have been at least an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Really? That far?
Yeah. It took me our hotel was only like 30 minutes away, but
The traffic.
like with so much traffic, it would have taken 2 hours. But we got there. We got there like 30 minutes before the sprint race started, and we went into the Ferrari like Paddock club area, and we were just kind of hanging out, and then we went out on the deck and we watched the sprint, and then it was like midway through the sprint, and one of the HP ladies came and got me and was like, hey, do you and your dad want to go down into the Ferrari garage and watch some of the race like with the headphones? And we were like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And so we went down. You're not allowed to take any pictures or videos in the garage, obviously.
No,
So
man.
I have some documentation because there was a Ferrari photographer, but it'll take like a week for me to get those pictures. So stay tuned.
I need to see you looking like a wag. Like
I know.
Like this, like,
And
I
I
need
know
to
I looked
see it.
insane because I was down there like towards the end of the both races, so I was like, I know I looked like locked the fuck in. It was crazy. But like you walk in, you're standing like behind like the like taped off area,
Yeah.
and then they just give you the headphones and you can just hear both of the drivers' team radios and like everything that's said. So it was really cool. We got to sit there for like 4 laps, and then we were brought back upstairs. And then we got back upstairs, we finished the sprint race, we hung out for a little bit. And then they were like, hey, like, we're gonna go downstairs and do like we were supposed to do a garage tour, but Charles had obviously crashed, so we couldn't do a full garage tour because they couldn't let us in.
Yeah.
Because they were working on his car. So instead, we walked downstairs and we walked like in front of Lewis's car, and randomly we're all just standing here, and up walks Fred Vestier. He just walks up and he's like, hey guys, and we're like, hey? I was freaking out. I was like, hi?
hello.
So we're like standing in front of Lewis's car. Fred walks up. We're in like this group. There wasn't even that many of us. And so we're just talking to Fred, and my dad's like, me and my dad are obviously the most informed people in this group. Like, we're the biggest F1 fans, so we were having the most conversation. And so my dad was immediately like, Fred, like, what do you think? Like, is Charles going to be okay to do qualifying? And Fred was like, dude, I don't freaking know. Like, his car's pretty bad. Like, like we're a little worried. And we were like, oh no. And he's like, yeah, like, hopefully, like, we're just going to keep praying. And we're like, okay. And they line us up, and we take a picture with Fred in front of Lewis's car. And then we're walking back out. And as we're leaving, this guy from the Ferrari team runs to like come get us, and he's like, hey, do you guys mind like hanging out here for like 5 minutes? Both of the drivers are about to leave, and we can stop them as they're leaving, and you guys can meet them. And we're like, what? And so obviously majority of our group was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna hang out. Are you joking? And so we're standing here right outside the garage with this like Ferrari guy, and we're just talking to him. He's really, really cool guy. He was so nice. And we're just talking to him, asking him a boat. Huh?
Whoever this guy is, you deserve a raise.
I love him, okay? Whoever this man is, I forgot his name. I think his name's like Fernando. I love you.
Fonzo?
You're my favorite man ever. Honestly. Nobody better. And so we're just standing there, and the guy's like, okay, they're about to like leave. And so we get in to like, we like line the exit to the Ferrari garage, and Charles comes out. And Charles was being called to the steward, so he could not stay and talk to us for very long. And so we like, he takes a picture with all of us, like a big group picture. And he's like, I'm so sorry, you guys, but like, I gotta go. The stewards need me. And so he runs out of there. But he was really, really polite. He was really nice about it. And then they're like, okay, Lewis is about to come out, so hang out. And we're like, okay. And here comes Lewis. And he like stops. he shook literally everybody's hand, and he's like signing things, and of course, like, I love
tearing up.
I have tears in my eyes, bro.
I just see Gabbie forget
it
something.
was so
maybe
insane.
like water.
And he
Dude,
comes over to
My
sign
eyes
my
are tearing up.
hat.
This is actually insane to hear.
It was I'm insane to say it out loud again, okay?
Guys, we're
and he
hearing, like,
comes
the
over
whole
to
story for the first
sign.
time, so.
We
This is like-
haven't heard the full
No.
literal story. So we're sitting here, and you see
Yeah.
you see me and Delaney's face right now. We're like, this is raw like reaction. Like, where you can see our eyes full of envy, full of jealousy, and full of awe. So if you're wondering why we're looking like this, so continue on.
Okay. Lewis came to sign my hat because I had my pink for like just F1 hat. And so he signed it, and my dad next to me was like, "Is Roscoe here?" Because that's like the first thing my dad thought to ask Lewis Hamilton when he was in front of us. And Lewis is like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh my God, why wouldn't you bring Roscoe?" And he's like, "It's too hot for him here." And we're just talking to Lewis about his dog in this Ferrari like hallway. I think that was the most surreal moment in my life. And then he was so sweet. He like turned around and he was like, "Did I sign everybody's?" And we're like, "Yep." And he like, it was my Sharpie. So he walks over and hands me my Sharpie back. And it was so nice.
Oh my God.
And the thing that my dad recalls so heavily is how like just really kind Lewis was, because he's like, when he shook, especially your hand, like he shook your hand and was making eye contact and like saying hi. It was so, I was like, I couldn't.
I'm like, hey.
And so we took a picture, like a big group picture with Lewis, and then we let him leave. But he hung out and talked to us for like more time because he didn't have to go to the stewards.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you sure you have to leave?
I know. He was
Please don't leave yet, please.
so nice. He was so nice. And then we were leaving, and the lady stopped us, and she's like, "Do you guys want to go into like the middle of the Hard Rock where like the Paddock area is?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Is that your question?
What do you mean?
I know. I was like,
Why are you asking
"Sure."
me? Just bring
I
me.
mean-
Which earlier
Like,
in the
what-
day, she had brought just me and my dad there after our Ferrari garage thing for like 2 seconds, but we didn't see anybody because it was obviously like a race happening, but just to like see it and stuff. And so we walked in there, and we're walking through this tunnel, and somebody comes running at us, and we're like, "Who the f-?" And then I look over, and it's Kimmy Antonelli running at us. And I'm like, "What is happening right now?" And there's this guy standing next to us, and Kimmy runs and jumps on this guy, and we're like,
What?
Girl.
and I just had to keep walking. Like, Kimmy Antonelli did not just run past me.
I think
Oh
I'll
my-
pass out.
I was shell shocked. My dad turned around and went, "Kimmy?" And it was insane. I was shell shocked. It was crazy. And so my dad had to push me to be like, "Keep walking, okay?" And so we walked into the paddock area, and immediately we were right there, like right when you walk in is the Ferrari one. So we started there, obviously, because we were with Ferrari. And you walk in, and right at the first table inside the door, Alexandra is sitting there with Leo underneath her chair. And I look over, and I'm like, "Leo!" I was like, dog right there, dog.
I'm like, "Girl,
and
can I pet Leo, please?"
I did not bother her because she was deep in conversation with somebody's dad.
I
don't
wouldn't
know who
either, yeah.
it was. I left her alone. I took a picture of Leo, though. He was so cute. He was taking a nap. He was really cute.
Aww.
And as we're standing in here, Fred walks in again, and he looks at my dad and goes, "You're everywhere I go today." And my dad's like,
You said that about your dad, dude.
Yes!
I actually doubted.
Yes!
I would have been
And my
saying
dad
that
was
every day of my life.
and I was like, "Well,"
I would have
was
been
like,
like,
"I
"Do it,
guess
guys."
we're best friends now."
Fred was swear recognized
I'm
me.
like, can I sit on the pit wall?
Literally, no,
Can I
it
drive
was
the car?
crazy. And so
Really?
we took a selfie with Fred. I can find my selfie with
Same.
selfie with Fred. Really,
Yeah.
really cool dude. Honestly, he was
Selfie
so
picture.
fucking nice. And so we're walking around, and we're supposed to stay in this group of people. But if you put me in a setting where there are drivers about, I'm not staying in this group of people. I'm going to run at every driver I see. And
Yeah.
so first thing, we start walking, and I notice that Ollie Behrman is standing outside the Haas thing. And so I literally grab my dad, and I'm like, "Ollie, Ollie, right there, Ollie. And so I start like running towards this hospitality.
He's running at me right now.
And so he was on the porch of the Haas thing, so we couldn't go in and like meet him or anything. But I was very, very close to Ollie Merriman, and I think that was a peak moment in my lifetime ever.
Like, hey,
I was extremely close to him, and it was like, here, this is how close we were to Ollie, okay? Like, I was close to that motherfucker.
I don't know how you were dead.
I thought my heart was gonna stop, because I'm just like, I'm on the verge of tears. I'm this close to Ollie Behrman. What is happening to me right now? It was crazy. And then we look over, and Mick Schumacher is sitting at a table nearby. And so we're like, oh, let's go take a picture with Mick, because I love Mick. We took a picture with Mick. He was really, really nice. And then as we're walking back, I see Paul Aaron out of the corner of my eye, but he walks into the Alpine thing right before I could get to him.
Bro.
Livid. Okay? Pissed. But as I turned around, I saw Valtteri Bottas, and we got to meet him. He was so nice. He was leaving, but
so easy to talk to.
He was so nice. He's like, I don't know, there's just something about his aura. Like, he's got an insane aura.
He's got that like Papa Bear aura.
Literally. No, literally. Like, it was crazy.
He seems like a chill guy. I don't know.
It was insane.
He's such a chill guy. I feel like he'd be like the easiest person to talk to.
Oh, he was so chill guy.
Yeah.
He was so chill.
If you just start talking about like Australia and like mustaches and cycling.
We couldn't like talk to him because he was leaving, but he was really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we left and we went back to go watch F1 Academy. We watched F1 Academy. Really, really cool. We watched qualifying. Really, really cool. Nothing else major happened. We just kind of watched both of those things and then went home and went to an extremely long dinner. And then we went to bed.
The dessert looked good though.
It was really good, but they felt the need for 5 courses. I don't need that much food ever in my life.
5 courses is crazy.
Like, we walk in and there's like these cheese trays waiting for us. And we're like, okay. And so we're like snacking. And then they bring out like a bunch of appetizers, and then they bring out salads, and then they bring out like a main course, and then they bring out a dessert tray. And we're like,
I'd
Please go home now.
Oh, thank you.
And they brought out this like lemon shrimp appetizer. And I'm like, this could have been my entire meal.
Yeah.
I didn't need anything else.
Yeah, I feel like that's good. I
ate my shrimp, I ate my salad, and then I was like clocked out. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my entire Saturday. It was the morning was really crazy, and then the afternoon was pretty chill vibes.
Yeah. All right, well, we have one more day left. We got to talk about Saturday.
Sunday.
Katie, let's go back to you. Of course.
Me?
Delaney.
Oh, Delaney. I thought you said Katie. I was like,
No.
Again?
We'll go to Delaney again because, of course, it's probably going to be overshadowed by...
I gotta lower your expectations.
guys, I feel so bad.
No. They're popping off, okay?
No, your experience is so cool because at the end, you guys, she got the coolest videos of the podium. I'll try.
Oh my god, yes.
She got the best footage of the podium. I need to put it here because it's like a work of art. So
it was so
she got
good.
the cool stuff too.
Literally,
okay?
I couldn't film it with my phone because I had my camera like this. So Kimmy had 3 phones stacked together filming. And she ended up just filming the rest of it on my phone because I... So then I was like totally like locked in. Okay, so for my Sunday, I started off by picking my outfit. I wore this long dress, and as cute as it was, I was melting. It was so
humid.
And like, of course, I knew that there was a chance of rain, so I couldn't wear my cute sandals because obviously I didn't have anywhere to sit. So the traffic wasn't that bad. We got in line. We watched some people get kicked out for cutting the line, and it was absolutely hilarious. It was like these old freaking men trying to cut the line when the line was so long. Like, it was literally embarrassing. I was like, you're that old and you're cutting the line. So, like,
are you in kindergarten?
They tried to cut the line, and luckily the people behind me like blocked them in so that they couldn't go any further, and they got the security like come up and kick them out. It was actually hilarious.
That's
It was
funny.
so funny. It was like the best thing I had ever seen. So that was a good start to my morning. And then we like sped walk to that part that we were at the day before with the podium. So we were literally locked in at the barrier of this area. And when I tell you, by the time that it was time for the podium, the crowd went all the way back. Like, it was insane. And then while I'm standing there, I'm like, I'm a little peckish. I need a snack. So I got an acai bowl. It was so good. It was so good.
Oh my gosh.
It was worth the money. It was really good. I then took a picture by the fountain with the little Miami car. It was really cute.
Mhm.
And then I saw Bella James. She's like a content creator. She has like 100,000 followers. She was,
Icon.
she was filming a video with like a bunch of people around her. So after that, we like stood there for a little bit and we were like, oh my gosh, hi queen. She was literally so nice. We might be in her vlog, so we'll see about that, but slay. Ignore how awkward I look. I'm literally like, but it's okay. I couldn't handle the aura, I guess.
She's so cool.
And then we got poured on. I have a nice picture of me eating my veggie burger while getting rained on. So if you needed more aesthetic for your life, there you go. And the veggie burger was fire. And then we're sitting there and we're like, oh my gosh, are they about to like, oh wait, we were getting poured on and they were trying to do the F1 Academy race. And it literally took them 30 years to red flag it. And I was like, guys, it's not getting better. Like, you literally can't see anything.
It was terrible.
Yeah, the visibility was so bad. And then we got to see them go by and they're like Lego F1 cars. And that literally like changed my life. Like, that was
Highlight of the weekend. Truly, and honestly, whoever on the Lego marketing team chose to do that, smartest person alive.
Dude,
yes.
I don't know. I want to know how they actually sidetrack real quick. I don't know how they made those things because I saw a video of the guy said they're 1.5 tons. How are they making them go faster? How are they making them accelerate? How are they putting real tires on a battery? I was like, what the heck?
I don't know. I saw it took them almost 2 years to build those cars, and they're like 40,000 bricks each.
2 years for like for like a 10-minute thing?
I know. Imagine spending 2 years of your life building that car, and you get George Russell in it, hitting everyone,
being a menace.
You guys should have seen Pierre Gasly, bro. Did you see that one clip of him?
Like a menace.
It was like,
did you see George Russell drive Carlos Sainz straight into a wall? Okay, George came to play.
And then Pierre was like getting in between two cars. I don't know if it was like Ferrari and somebody
else.
It was
Ferrari and George.
He was laughing.
Yes. It was Ferrari and George because if you see it from Lewis's POV, Lewis is giggling in the background. It's the cutest.
Oh, yeah,
no.
And Pierre's laugh, bro. So Pierre's laugh is some
so
kind
funny.
Of mischievous little gremlin, dude.
It was so good. And I felt so sad that Ollie's car, like, he started way behind everybody else. So the video of him and Esteban is just like them trying to cut every corner as tight as they could. And they're like waving for marshals to get out of the way so that they can go like cut every corner.
They're like, get out of the way, and then you can hear Esteban like, shit.
Yes, you can hear Esteban as they got closer, and the marshals were there. Esteban goes, oh shit, and they like
freaking love Esteban, bro.
But it was so funny.
And the moment they start the car, Ollie takes his hat and he flips it backwards like he was getting into sport mode. He's like locked in. Their POV was hysterical. Lewis's POV was the funniest thing ever because they're just Charles is just having the time of his fucking life, and Lewis is just sitting in the back giggling. And then you've got George and Kimmy who like literally drove Carlos off the road, and then Kimmy hops out of the car and just runs away.
Yeah, I like run away.
You just see Kimmy like running towards the pit lane.
Like, where are you going?
Wait,
what are you doing?
Speaking of Kimmy, the girl next to me, her name is Kimmy. So we wrote on her little phone, Kimmy, my name is Kimmy too. So we were dedicated to getting Kimmy's attention. And I got like a little bit of this video, but we got him to like look over to us, and he was like Like he like looked and saw it. It was so cute.
I remember trying to edit the vlog thing, and I was like trying to zoom in on Kim. You could not see. It was so blurry.
It's because my phone like focused on her fan instead of
yeah.
like,
but you can still tell a little bit.
Yeah.
And then those dudes like parachuted out of the plane into the start stop. I don't know if you saw that, Gabbie. I don't know if they showed that on TV.
I didn't see it.
These 3 like Red Bull like parachuters like literally parachuted onto the start straight. It was kind of sick.
That's so cool.
So then we watched the race. I about lost my mind. That's probably why I have pimples right now. It's probably stress. And then this guy comes up and he's got like this rigged out camera. He's got like this crazy big camera with like a big gimbal on it. And he starts like filming us. Like, I'll show you. This dude. I need to know where this is going because I need
Wait,
it. Wait,
what is it? I can't see it. What was it? Show it again. Oh my gosh.
He starts like filming us like for like 10 minutes. He's sitting there getting like different shots of us like looking at the TV, and it's like
I'd be like walking. I'd be like,
girl, I was having my wag moment. I was really like, like I had like my camera in hand, and I was like,
I would be like, oh my god.
I know. And then at some point, I was like, you know what I mean? So I'd love to know where those went.
Yeah, that's a mystery, isn't it?
I know he was there for like a while, like filming us and stuff. So hopefully that ends up somewhere. And then the podium, right? The podium's in front of me. And they didn't do this last year, but last year they had these mini cars that drove the drivers like up to the podium. This time they put them in that big truck. And we're like, oh my gosh, why are they opening these gates in front of us right now? Not the ones in front of us, but like across the road. They had them like open like this. And it's because the truck drove and literally they unloaded the drivers literally like right in front of my face. And when I tell you I was losing my mind, I was like, holy crap, Lando Norris is like in my freaking view.
Right there.
Like, he's literally looking into my soul right now. Like they were looking over at us like, and I was like, oh my god. I was like tweaking. So yeah, the podium happened right in front of us. After they closed it, you just start hearing a bunch of like footsteps, like a dang stampede. And it's like all the track invasion people. But this is like how I'm gonna have a 400 zoom on this, but like they were really close to us. So
wow,
shooting through like 2 fences doing this, so I was like tweaking. But then like the podium happens. It was so cool. I got some like amazing pictures. Like I can't believe these are mine. But like
life changed, honestly.
That is the Lando Norris. I have
literally
other pictures too. But trying to think. Yeah, after that amazing moment, at one point I stopped taking pictures and I literally just sat there staring like it's like when you're at a concert and you realize that they're in front of you.
Like the realization.
Yeah.
Like I was standing there like I was like, hang on, I gotta get more pictures. And then after that, like, I mean, that's an amazing moment. I can't really explain it more than that because like it was just unreal. And then they're like, oh my gosh, Tiesto and Sexy Red are coming out, and we're like, you know, like the DJ Tiesto that did that song with Tay McRae, he's just out there with Sexy Red, and we're like, so we only stayed for a little bit, and then we started walking, and yeah. We've never been to Chili's, so guess what? We went to Chili's again.
Absolutely.
Yep, it was fire, and then Kimmy slept over with us, and that was it. Katie, what did you do Sunday? Remind me.
Anything fun?
I did some things casually. No, it was just casual. It was fine. We got to the track again. We got to the track earlier this time because we missed the pit lane walk on Saturday, and so they wanted us to get to do that Sunday. So we got to the track a little early, and we get there, and we're all kind of hanging out in the suite. And the night before, on the drive back, we were in the car with one of the HP ladies, and we were just talking, and like, they were asking about like the F1 Academy races, and I had mentioned how much I really liked F1 Academy. And so she came over and she's like, hey, we went and we got you and your dad 2 tickets to go do the like grid walk for the F1 Academy race. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, like if you guys want to go do it, like we can get you on the grid. And so we're like, huh?
So
Yeah.
Katie, I saw Katie in the background while I was watching the stream, and I didn't get it, but I saw Katie's red dress in the background. I was like, Katie! I literally like was screaming.
It was insane. Oh my god, like the most surreal experience. And so we walked downstairs, and you had to wait in like this line so when they would open the gates and let you out. And so we're waiting there, and randomly, like, this is when I'm talking to these 2 Ferrari guys, and they're like, who haven't you met yet? And I'm like, I really want to meet Ollie, but like I haven't gotten the chance. And they're like, okay, we'll try to keep an eye out for you. And so these like 3 Haas mechanics walk past, and like one of the guys runs off and is like trying to talk to him and be like, hey, like, is there any chance like Ollie's going to be out here anytime soon? And they were like, yeah, no, like he's doing something. And so he was trying to like talk to them to like organize something, and it didn't end up happening, but the effort was so appreciated. Truly love for them. That was so nice. And then like we're still waiting, and randomly I see Crofty come out of the paddock area. And so we met Crofty. He was really, really he was so nice. He was insane. Such an insane guy. He was so cool. And then we're still standing there, and we're waiting, and randomly like somebody behind me is like saying hi to people, and I turn around, staring me in the face is Susie Wolf, and she's like, hi, how are you guys? And we're like,
oh, she's such a goat, bro.
And I was like,
gosh.
Hi. And then she kept walking. I turned around and I looked at this Ferrari guy, and I was like, I was just like shaking. And he's like, yeah, she's a really great person. Like, we could probably get a picture of you guys later. And I was like,
her aura is like genuinely off the charts.
Mm-hmm. I actually thought I was gonna die then and there, like just seeing her and like saying hi to her. Like she's just such an insane person.
I know.
It was crazy.
More unstoppable.
One of the coolest ever. God, I love her. And so they finally open the gates. We get to walk on. And so we all have to like hang out at the start finish line, so that way they can bring all the cars onto the grid. And so we're standing here, and this Ferrari guy is like, oh my god, behind you, that's one of the ex-drivers. And I turn around, and it's Bianca standing behind me. And I turn around and I'll go, whoa. And I'm like, oh my god, hi. And she was so sweet. I got a picture with her. She was really, really nice. My dad was like, I almost didn't recognize you because you're not in a race suit. She's like, yeah, like I'm not racing. And my dad was like, oh my god, that's so sad. Like we like supported you. And she was really, really kind. And then the Ferrari guy turns around, and he was like having a conversation with this guy as me and my dad are just standing there like taking pictures and taking videos of stuff. And because we're literally on the grid right now, like it was so surreal. And so the guy turns back around, and he's like, hey, like I don't know if you know a lot about F1 Academy. And I'm like, I do. And he's like, this is Aurelia's dad. And I was like, what? And so he introduced us to Aurelia's dad, and he was really, really nice. He was telling us a little bit about like her racing career and stuff. And he was really, really kind. It was just so great. Mm-hmm. And so then it starts raining. And we're like, yeah. We're like, so this Ferrari guy, he's like, hold on, like I'm gonna run to our garage. We have umbrellas. I'll be right back. And so me and my dad are just kind of standing there. And I turn around, and Suni Lee, the gymnast, is standing behind me.
Hey, Suni Lee's from Minnesota. She's from St. Cloud or St. Paul. I think an hour away.
We didn't know about this.
No, because I didn't say anything to her. I didn't even realize it was her for a few minutes. I was like,
hello.
I was like, that's hello?
That's crazy.
So he gets back with his umbrella, and obviously because we were there with Ferrari, we spent a lot of the grid time around Maya and Aurelia's cars. Mm-hmm. And so we went over, and like we walked around the car, we waved to Maya, which was already in the car, obviously. And then we took pictures in front of both cars, and it was really, really cool because you're on the grid, like next to these cars. It was insane. And you could see, because it had started raining, they had like wet tires next to the tires that were already on the car, and like everybody was trying to decide what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really cool.
It
was insane. And so we left, and as we're leaving, we're walking because we were supposed to go back through the Ferrari garage and then go up. And as we're leaving, we see our HP people that we were there with around Charles's car. And so we're like, hey, can we just go join them again? And we walk over, and Charles and Lewis are standing in front of Charles's car talking to some of our people. And we're like, yeah, no, we're going to go join our friends now. And so he was like, yeah, go for it. And so we go over, and we like wait behind everybody that was already there. And we're like talking to the guy, and we're like, is it okay that we just like join you guys? And he's like, yeah, of course. He's like, you can like go say hi and stuff. And we're like, okay. So we like wait for everybody else to go through, and then we walk up and we're like, hi, oh my God. And it was crazy. And I had Charles sign my hat that I had won the previous day that already had Lewis's signature on it. And so I like, Lewis was like, oh, you already got my signature. And I was like, yeah, like we met yesterday, like no big deal, like it was nothing crazy.
We're besties.
And we got a picture, life-changing image, honestly. Like, how is this real life? That's insane.
I would have been like, put me next to Charles right now.
Put me in between Charles and Lewis. Actually.
Put me in between them.
Like, can I get right there? Actually,
oh wait,
like,
that actually needs to go out of the way real quick. It's just gonna be me.
Bro, I was me with Susie Wolf. I made sure I was posted up next to Susie
I was next to Fred in the professional group picture that we took. So when that comes out, I'm literally like right next to Fred, and I'm like I'm like, oh my God.
Feeling the aura.
But they were really, really nice. And then we walked over next to Lewis's car, and Fred magically appears again. I don't know how he keeps coming out of nowhere. But he was just suddenly there again. And we were like, oh, hi Fred. What the hell? And so it's me, him, and this girl from our group. And we're just like standing towards the back as everybody's taking pictures in front of Lewis's car. And the girl was like, well, y'all really aren't in a great position for the race tomorrow, are you? And I'm like, why the would that be the first thing you say to Fred Vasseur? Okay.
I would not be like,
I was like, calm down, please.
I would not be saying that.
He joked it off though. He was like, yeah, like it's not great. And so I was like, yeah, like I'm hoping it rains or like a safety car so that we can get back in the fight. And he's like, yeah, like this weather would be the best. And we were like, yeah. And we were just talking for a minute until like it was like my dad was like, let's take a picture in front of Lewis's car. And so we did that. And then Fred left because he's a busy man, busy schedule. Mm-hmm. But I was like, how he just magically appears places. Like I don't know how he gets where he goes.
He seems like the person that would do that.
He just appears.
It would be him.
And you're like, what are you doing here? Like,
apparates.
How are you here right now?
Yeah, he just apparates.
It was insane. And so we left and we walked back up and we hung out for a little bit. And then they were like, hey, we're going to go do the pit lane walk. And the pit lane walk was honestly the most chaotic part because everybody from the paddock goes and does it. Mm-hmm. And so it was packed. But it was packed. We didn't see Timothy. We got close to him though. And we walked through, and then the only good part was as we were walking through, we were able to go like behind into the Ferrari part. So we weren't as like in the big group of people for most of it. And so we got to like go hide behind in the Ferrari garage, which was great because there were a lot of people. It was bad. It was crazy. And so we left that. We went back upstairs. We watched the race. We watched like 90% of the race. And then the last like 7 laps, they took us downstairs again into the Ferrari garage. And so I listened to the entirety of the Lewis and Charles possible swap
timing to get in the
on the radio. I listened to the whole thing on these radios. And there's this man with a camera taking pictures of us, and I look so locked because all I can hear in my headphones is Lewis arguing with his engineer. And so I'm locked in because I'm like worried for like everybody in this garage right now. And then there's just dude taking pictures of me, and I'm like,
So I'm excited to see them.
I'm excited to see them, but I think I look insane. I look like scared.
No, I know that.
But I was scared.
I know you.
I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen right now. Like, what? And so we got back upstairs. We played another round of Ferrari trivia. I did not win this time. Unfortunate turn of events for me, but it's fine. I won the previous day, so I guess we move. It's fine. And then really nothing. Like, we left almost right after the race ended. And that was kind of like the vibes. Every single time, the best part is every single time you leave the Ferrari paddock, they give you like a gift. And so the first day was like this massive Ferrari duffel bag with like a green hat in it, which the hat is like cute in like a grungy kind of way.
Yeah.
Not entirely in my vibe, but I'll find eventually sometime that I'll wear it. And then the second day we left, the second day right before we were leaving, they, like our HP people came around and gave us white Lewis Hamilton hats for everybody. And we were like, okay, which I was like happy about, but I already had a white Lewis Hamilton hat because I won it the previous day in trivia. And this one was signed by both Lewis and Charles. So I was like, double trouble now, I guess. Like, cool. And then we left and we got a speaker and a little wallet from that day. And so we got home and we like lined up hat haul from the weekend.
That was crazy.
It's actually insane.
Like, crazy.
I was talking to Kate before we started filming this, before Delaney got on. I was like, I genuinely want to know like why it's specifically so many hats.
I really
counts. That was just hats.
I don't.
Like, can I get a t-shirt?
I know. I guess like sizes is kind of hard to do, but like I don't know.
Let's do large.
I was like, please. But we got home and we were packing, and me and my dad are like, oh my god, we have so much right now. Like, there's so much stuff.
And all that stuff.
I don't know. We didn't. Well, so we left like the skincare thing that we got from HP behind because it was all too big to bring on the plane.
Girl, I should have brought it and put it in my bag because I checked my bag.
And then,
Elmis. It's the Elmis.
It was Elmis, but it was like body wash and stuff.
Dude, I would have taken it home.
But and then I'm like packing my stuff, and the first day they also gave us like a Ferrari little Lego car and like a Charles Leclerc hat. And so I was like, I already have this Lego car and I have about 8 billion hats. So I made a little Ferrari gift bag and I gave it to Delaney at the airport with the Lego car, the little wallet that my dad did not want, and the Charles Leclerc hat. And then I'll give Gabbie the other Lewis Hamilton hat and the Ferrari car in Iowa because I won't see her until Iowa. But trust, it's on the way, okay? Wait, should I show you guys the Paddock passes? Do I need to?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get them.
Girl, is that even a question?
While this is the last part real quick that we need to mention is Katie's getting her Paddock passes. So this one was from Saturday, the white one. Wow. It's got they punched a little hole in the bottom. Is it hard? Tap it real quick.
Oh,
I thought it'd be like hard.
I know. Maybe it depends. She said
it has a little Ferrari thing on it that they get put on when you walk in.
The Champions Club ones might be hard.
And then this one's my favorite, the black one.
Oh,
Sunday. Wow. And then this is from the F1 Academy.
Oh, that's
so colorful.
I really wanted one of those passes.
I have about 4 of them if you want one. I'm so serious. Hold on. I have 4 of them.
No, I actually went to the race.
He only brought the two of us down, and they had 4 passes. So my dad has 1, and I have 3.
Okay, so I need one. Thank you.
I need one too.
I'll bring you guys one.
Iowa.
They say like Ferrari HP,
That's so cool.
and then they have a little thing that says like grid. It says Ferrari on it. Wow.
Wow.
This one's my favorite because I think it's the cutest.
Yeah, F1 Academy, like,
So
they have great little passes there.
They have cute colors.
I'm
They do
obsessed with
such
F1
cute-
Academy colors.
Honestly, their outfits are so cute because at the female
And these
club-
ones are harder.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
they have like custom shoes. in their
Really?
colors. Yeah, so cute.
I'm so jealous. I love F1 Academy. I'm like an F1 Academy stan now.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed with them.
Hard not to be. All right. So now that you got to see both sides of experiences at Miami, you got the general admission, a little bit of grandstand, and Paddock. So we had a little blend of experiences. So hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing from multiple perspectives, because personally I just thoroughly enjoyed that because I didn't go. So I got to enjoy this from a different perspective where most people were at home. But we'll see you guys. Actually, there's not a race this weekend, so we'll do some other content. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in Imola in a couple weeks.
And we also hit 1,000 followers, so thank you.
Yeah, on TikTok. We hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. Go follow our TikTok if you haven't, by the way.
Please.
Yeah, so
Hit it up.
it's just past the Paddock.
The best content is posted on TikTok.
Absolutely. I just edited a couple of vlogs for Miami, so go watch them.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in Imola. Bye.